Okay, great. So this is gonna be a more energetic and powerful flow today. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. We will still take a little bit of time at the end to do some stretching and slow things down. But I thought Sunday afternoon, good to like get the body moving a little bit. So we're gonna start at the top of our mat and just start here with a nice big inhale, raising our hands to the sky. Exhale, folding over. Inhale, hands come to shins, butt back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bending the knees, slowly rolling up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Do that again. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bending the knees, rolling up, really rooting through the earth. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. This time, exhale, plant your hands on the mat, step back for plank. And go ahead and drop those knees to the mat, coming into tabletop. Gonna take a few cat-cows here. Inhale, looking up, dropping the belly. Exhale, pushing through the hands, dropping the chin, rounding the back. Inhale, lifting, dropping the belly. Exhale, dropping the chin, pushing through the hands. Take that one more time. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, rounding the back. Now just take a few moves to move any other ways that feel nice. Maybe some bends through the side body. Maybe sitting back a little bit, rolling forward. Just taking a few breaths to explore. Maybe finding stillness in a place that feels like it needs a little bit of breath. And when you're ready, meeting back in neutral. Let's take a breath here together, inhaling and exhaling. We're going to come up on the toes and lift those knees off the ground. Think about really engaging the lower abs here, kind of sucking that ab in, supporting through the trunk. And when you're ready, coming up, pushing up, leading with the hips into your first downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, pedal through the feet. Relaxing the neck, pushing through the full palm. We're going to slowly make our way to the front of the mat, taking small steps. When we get there, feet are hips width apart. Just going to take our first standing forward fold. Maybe hands grasp the elbows. Maybe you take a little sway. Maybe you have a nice big bend in the knees for this first forward fold. Really opening up through the lower back.
Maybe taking a breath in stillness here, thinking about expanding through that lower back. On the next exhale, releasing those hands. Inhale, bringing your hands to shins, lengthening the spine for halfway lift. Exhale, release into the fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, rolling up to standing. And coming right back into our next fold. Exhale, folding over. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back for plank. Drop those knees to the ground for our first exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, big bend in the knees. Inhale, hips rise. And exhale, settle into your downward facing dog. Just like we did when we had our knees hovering, think about engaging those lower abs, your mula bandha, pulling up into the pelvic floor, helping to raise those hips a little higher. On the next inhale, step or float to the front of the mat. Another big bend in the knees maybe, taking our peace fingers, grabbing our big toes. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. And exhale, fold. Again, taking any movement here that feels good. Maybe using those biceps to gently pull you a little bit deeper. Releasing any tension in the neck. On the next exhale, releasing the toes. Inhale, hands to shins, extending the spine long, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bending the knees, rolling up to standing, hands come to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat, step back for plank. Either dropping to the knees or staying in plank for this chaturanga. Inhaling here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, taking our right leg to the sky, bending that right knee and letting that hip open up. Maybe you look over your left shoulder, you can see that right foot. Still pushing through both hands. Inhale, coming back up, straightening the leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg up. One more, knee to nose. Inhale, back up. And exhale, release it back down to the mat. This time, inhaling our left leg high, bending that left knee, opening up through the left hip. Breathing here. Inhaling that left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhaling the left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. One more. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, set it back down. Downward facing dog. Let's drop our knees to the mat. Exhale back. Take a breath in child's pose. Great job, yogis. When you're ready, coming back up into tabletop, you're going to try a transition into into crow pose today. So if you want to take a moment, you can watch me first, and then I can cue you through it. Or if you are comfortable with crow pose, you can go ahead and just try it. We're going to start in downward facing dog, and we're going to take a moment to really think about engaging that mula bandha, those lower abs, pulling in. Take about a foot step forward so that you're right above the palms. And we're going to take our arms into the chaturanga arms. So you need your feet quite close to your hands. Bending your arms into that chaturanga arm, setting your knees somewhere between your shoulder and your elbow. Everyone's going to find a better spot for their knees. And then maybe you just start to slightly shift forward. You don't have to bring your feet off the mat at all. If you want, you can try coming into your toes, maybe lifting one toe off the mat, maybe lifting the other toe. Gaze is about 6 to 10 inches in front of your palms. And just play with it a little bit here. You can come out of it, take a little breather. So again, if you're with me, you're coming from downward dog, you're really thinking about engaging the mula bandha, stepping forward, creating those chaturanga arms, setting those knees on the upper arm, and then just slowly shifting your gaze forward. Don't have to take your feet off the mat. It'll come easier and easier every time. When you're ready, let's just come into a standing forward fold. Maybe rolling out the wrists. That's quite an intense pose, but is a fun little balancing challenge. Maybe for this one you pick up your feet and put your palms under your feet. Use your toes to give your wrists a nice little massage. You might have a very big bend in the knees. Slowing down the breath. Take one more breath here. On the next exhale, releasing the hands. Inhaling, coming to halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling up to standing. And exhale, hands to heart center. Great job, yogis. Going to move into our Sun B series. So inhaling, hands high, sitting back into chair pose. Feet can be either toes touching or hips width apart, yogi's choice. Let's exhale, hands come to heart center, and we twist to the right, Left elbow comes to the right knee, pushing through those palms, opening up through the chest. On the next exhale, dropping the gaze, coming back to center. Inhale here, and exhale, twisting to the left, bringing that right elbow to the left knee, pushing through the palms, opening up through the chest. Check those knees, make sure you don't have your right knee jutting out in front. Exhale, drop the gaze. Inhale, hands come back to center. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Step back for plank. Inhale here. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it through the hands. This time we are keeping our left heel high, sweeping up into high lunge. So back heel is off the mat, hips are facing forward. One more inhale here. On our exhale, opening up to the side, bringing our right arm towards the back. Exhaling for a twist. Inhale, hand comes back up to high lunge. Exhale, setting our hands back on the mat, stepping back for plank. Inhale here. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Up Dog. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, stepping the left foot through, keeping the right heel high. Inhaling up for high lunge. This is a great stretch through the psoas muscles, countering all of the sitting we're doing. Inhale here. Exhale, twisting, opening up. Left hand comes back. Twisted. High lunge. Beautiful. On our next inhale, bringing our hands back up for high lunge. Exhale, releasing our hands back to the mat, stepping back for plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Up Dog. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. We'll take 3 breaths here. You can always come into a child's pose if you need a little break. On our next inhale, coming up onto our toes, shifting our gaze to our thumbs. Exhale, bending the knees, engaging our Mula Bandha, stepping or floating to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, standing tall, hands to heart center. Great job, yogis. We're gonna play with one more arm balance today on our next Sun B series. If you would like to try and play, you're more than welcome to join. Side crow, and one of my favorites. I think it's a really nice, accessible arm balance. So we'll play with that a little bit on this side. Inhaling up into chair pose. And exhale, twisting to the right, left elbow comes to the right knee. If you want to try side crow, we are going to stay in our twisted chair and bring our hands to the floor so that our right knee and right hip are on our arms. So your knee is on your elbow and then the back hip is on the other arm. And just like we did in crow, we're just going to slowly shift our gaze forward, tipping forward till we're off the mat. You can leave your feet on the mat and just play with pulling one off the mat. Maybe taking a break in a little squat, catching a breath, trying again. This is another good one, engaging those abs. If you're worried about falling forward, you can put a pillow in front of your face. When you're done playing, we're going to come back to our seated chair. Inhale, hands back to center. And exhale, twisting to the left. Right elbow comes to the right knee. And if you'd like, trying side crow on the left side. Again, bringing your hands to the floor. You can see a little better on this side. Left hip, I come to my left elbow. Left knee on my right elbow. I'm just going to start to shift forward, maybe leaving my feet on the mat and just seeing how this feels. If I feel comfortable, I can take a foot or two off the mat. Maybe coming back to a squat, taking a breath. Very nice, guys. Just playing with it, it's just yoga. When we're ready, coming back to our twisted chair pose. Exhale, dropping the gaze, inhaling, back up. And exhale, release into our fold. Inhale, hands come to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat, step back for plank. You can always take these from your knees. Inhale here, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, stepping it through. Inhaling up for high lunge. That back heel is off the mat. And inhaling here. Exhale, opening up for our twist. Inhaling up for high lunge. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. One more time. Exhale, opening up, sending that right arm back for a twist. Inhale up. This time, coming up off of our left foot, coming onto our right for warrior three. Maybe sending those arms out back behind us. Leg and torso are parallel to the floor. Extending long through the crown of the head, through the back of the heel. And on that next exhale, dropping that foot, lowering it down gently. Inhaling back up for high lunge. Beautiful, yogis. Exhale, dropping the hands to the mat, stepping back for plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a breath together here. Inhale. And exhale. About to repeat on the other side. Let's take one more breath together here. Inhale. And sigh it out. Exhale. Raising the left leg high. Stepping it through. Inhale up, high lunge. That back heel is off the mat. On the exhale, sending the left arm long behind for a twist. Inhaling for high lunge. Exhale, twist. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, twist. Great job. Inhale, up for high lunge. This time, exhale, pushing your hands out behind you, coming up onto your left foot for warrior three. Flexing that right foot, really extending through the fingers, through the crown of the head. Beautiful. And on your next exhale, slowly stepping back into your high lunge. Inhaling your hands back up. And exhale, releasing your hands to the mat, stepping back for plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take 5 breaths here. Again, always feeling able to come into a child's pose if you need a breath. Releasing any tension in the neck. Taking any movement that feels good or enjoying finding some stillness in the pose. Two more breaths here. If you're in child's pose, meeting us back in downward facing dog if you're ready. We're going to inhale up onto our toes, gaze comes to thumbs. Exhale, bend the knees, gauge the Mula Bandha, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up, Utkatasana chair pose. And exhale, hands to heart center, standing tall. I'm going to do that series one more time with the breath. No side crow this time though. Inhale, up for chair. Exhale, twisting to the right. On the next exhale, dropping the gaze. Inhale, back up for chair. Exhale, twisting to the left. On the exhale, releasing the gaze. Inhaling up for chair. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Step back for plank. And skip the chaturangas and go straight to downward dog if you'd like. If you're with me, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhaling up for high lunge. Exhale, right arm extends behind for twist. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, open it up for twist. One more time, inhale up. And exhale, twist. Inhaling up. This time, sending both arms long behind us, coming up onto our right foot, extending back for warrior 3. We'll take 2 more breaths here. On the next exhale, gently setting that left foot back down. Inhaling up for high lunge. Exhale, releasing the hands to the mat, stepping back for plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more side to go. Inhaling, left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale up, high lunge. And exhale, opening up to the left, twist. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. One more time. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. This time, sending both arms long, coming up onto our left foot, warrior 3. One more breath here. exhale, gently setting it down. Inhaling up. Exhale, releasing the hands to the mat for our last chaturanga of the practice. Inhaling here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take another 3 breaths here. Starting to slow our breath down a little bit. Taking our right leg high. Exhale, bringing it through, setting that right knee down near your right wrist, setting up for pigeon. Setting that left leg long behind you. Maybe taking a pillow or a blanket underneath that right hip if you need some support today. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, folding over that right leg. Maybe coming onto the elbows. Releasing down into pigeon. With each exhale, trying to release any tension. Just noticing how your body is feeling today. Be sending breath to any areas that need a little bit of extra attention. On the next inhale, gently pushing yourself up to seated. We're going to drop over onto our right hip. Come around, grab that left leg, swing it around, and we're going to place the left foot on the other side of our right knee. Foot is flat on the ground. I'll turn to face you guys. I'm just going to come into a nice little seated twist here. So inhaling tall, and then exhale, twisting to the left, maybe hugging that left knee, not forcing anything, but just using that knee to gently release into the twist. Each exhale, trying to just release a little bit more. Using the breath to help the body to open. One more breath here. Inhale, coming back to center. We're going to take our left leg long this time, keeping our right leg where it is. Coming into Janu-A. Let's inhale, hands overhead. Rotate our torso to face down our left leg. Exhale, fold. You can grab the mat, you can hold the shin or the foot. Inhale, gently rolling yourself back up to seated. You're going to take that right hand and place it just about 6 inches from our right hip. And then coming up onto our shin and our left heel, inhaling up for rock star pose. Exhale, release it down. Inhaling up. Exhale, release. One more, inhale up, maybe holding it for a breath. On the next exhale, releasing it down. Bringing that left foot over the right ankle, we're just going to fold ourselves over back into our downward facing dog. Coming into this series on the left. Inhaling our left leg tall. Exhale, bringing our knee to our left wrist, setting that shin down on the mat, sending that right leg long. Maybe a check over the right shoulder, making sure that foot is straight out behind you. Again, maybe using a blanket or a pillow to support the hip if you're feeling a lot of tightness today. Inhaling tall here. Exhale, draping over that left leg, releasing down. Focusing on the breath. Sending your breath and your energy to your hip. On your next inhale, gently pushing yourself back up to seated. Dropping over onto our left hip, we're going to grab our right leg, bring it around to the front. Turn to face you guys. So we have our right foot flat on the mat. Just going to inhale tall here and exhale, maybe gently hugging that right knee, twisting to the right. Inhaling tall. Exhale, releasing. One more breath here. Good. Inhaling back to center, sending our right leg long. Sole of the left foot comes to the inside of the right thigh. Inhaling our hands up, rotating over that right leg and folding. Head to knee pose. Inhale, rolling back up to seated. Taking our left hand about 6 inches from the left hip, coming up onto the left shin and the right heel. Inhaling up for rock star. And exhale, releasing. Inhaling up. And exhale, releasing. One more time, inhale up. Maybe hold this one for a breath. On the next exhale, setting it down. Great job. We're going to bring our
feet in close to each other. Just take a couple of rocks back, pulling along the spine. See if you can stop yourself before your heels hit the mat. Maybe on the next one, pausing here at the top. See if we can come into our boat pose. Maybe open up to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, open up to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, open up to the left. Inhale, center. You can just keep holding your boat pose. Exhale, open up to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale, release it down to the mat. Great job, guys. Let's take a breath here. Coming into our shoulder stand series. If you're not feeling shoulder stand today, you can just take your legs out long up into the air. Ankles and knees are above the hip, making an L with your body. Feel free to stay here. If you'd like to try shoulder stand, you can take your feet over your head, move your hands to your lower back, maybe walk those elbows in, and then bringing those feet up above your hips, really engaging through the trunk, through the legs, walking those hands down the back. Maybe rolling the ankles. Two more breaths here. Coming into our counter pose, plow pose, we take our feet, lower them nice and slowly overhead. If your feet don't come to the floor, that's perfectly fine. Just keep your hands supporting your lower back. If they do come to the floor, think about taking the backs of your knees towards the ceiling, really extending through the backs of the legs. You can take your hands long to a mat if your feet are on the floor. Staying here for 3 more breaths. And exhale, slowly rolling back down. Your hips meet the ground, and your feet come to the mat. Let's take a breath together here. We're going to take a couple of back bends to close out our practice, bringing our heels just so they graze our fingertips. Start by inhaling, rolling up the spine, and exhale, releasing the spine to the mat. Inhale, rolling up, exhale, releasing. You can continue to do that, or if you'd like to hold your back bend, inhaling, rolling up to the shoulder blades, maybe tucking those shoulders, clasping the hands, pushing through all the corners of the feet. We'll take 5 breaths here. And exhale, releasing the hands, rolling the shoulders out, rolling back down the mat. Let's take a breath here. You can either choose to be done with your practice, or if you'd like to join me in one more back bend,
Inhaling, rolling up the spine, tucking the shoulders, clasping the hands, pushing through the feet. Maybe coming up onto the toes for 3 more breaths. And releasing the hands, releasing the shoulders, rolling back down, releasing those heels to the floor. Great job, yogis. Take a breath here, let the spine neutralize. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Choosing any final poses you would like to end your practice. Maybe you want to take a supine twist, maybe a happy baby. You want to take a happy baby, grabbing the insides of your feet, letting those knees fall to the outside near the shoulders. Maybe just a gentle roll along the lower back. Releasing, if you're in a supine twist, maybe taking that on the other side. Feeling free to take as much time as you need in your final poses. When you're ready, sending your legs long to the corners of the mat. Letting your hands relax by your side. Maybe palms are facing up. Letting that energy escape through the palms. Starting to slow the breath. Really sinking into the mat. Releasing the feet and the legs. Releasing the hips and the torso. Releasing the shoulders. Releasing the arms, the hands. Releasing the neck and the jaw. Releasing any tension in the brow. Just letting your whole body relax. A nice long inhale. And gentle, slow exhale. Choosing to stay here, or if you'd like, starting to wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe moving your wrists and ankles. Maybe you take a nice long stretch overhead. When you're ready, gently turning over to one side. Taking a breath here. Gently inhaling, pushing yourself up to seated.
maybe keeping your eyes closed for a moment. Bringing your hands, palms together at heart center. Just taking a moment to find a bit of gratitude towards yourself for finding time to come to the mat today. Inhaling here and exhale. Bringing our thumbs to third eye, we bow and say namaste. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much for joining today.